Good morning, everyone. I'm here with beautiful Miss Lucia. Miss Lucia, can you tell me more about yourself?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Lucia Mendoza. I'm originally from Peru, and I've lived in the States for over 25 years now. So I was born and raised in Peru, but I've lived here in the area in Northern Virginia for over 20 years. I have two little kids, two boys, and I live in South Riding here.
Before real estate, what was your life before that? Or what was your job?
Before real estate, so I majored in economics and finance. So I worked at a big four company,
Mm-hmm.
an accounting firm,
Mm-hmm.
doing internal finance. So
Oh.
and I've been doing that for over 10 years.
Wow, so you've been into that business for 10 years. What got you in the real estate business? Like it a completely change of career, if you could say.
Yeah, so I was doing both real estate and as well as and my full-time job in finance and accounting.
Mm-hmm.
And what got me into real estate was that I bought my very first home in 2008, and I did not know anything. I was very young. I did not know anything about real estate, nothing about investment. I got into the market when actually right before the market crash, and then the market crash, the real estate market crash, and then I was left with like a high mortgage payment. I was left with like a home that I had to like be in college as well as have two jobs in order to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do a short sale, and I actually had to sell my home. And that the realtor that I was working at that time, I really didn't feel that he was looking for my best interest
Mm-hmm.
at heart, and he was just like trying to make a sale. And at that
Mm-hmm.
point, when I was going through all that experience, I thought that if I could have had a person, an actual human being that could look out for my interests and not only their own interest,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been great. So
Mm-hmm.
that was my passion. I said, okay, I'm going to study, I'm going to pass the real estate exam. And I actually sold my own home. That was my first transaction.
Wow.
And since then, my motto has been, I want to make sure that nothing else, nobody else goes through the same thing I went through. And I want to make sure that I'm a trusted advisor to all my clients.
Oh, that's a pretty wholesome experience, and thank you for sharing that with us. Well,
Sure.
so how was your real estate career before you started with Keller Williams Realty?
My real estate career starting with Keller Williams Realty was good. I was in smaller brokerage
Mm-hmm.
since I was doing it part time and had a full time job. My main concern was like the 3 or 4 transactions that I did a year. I could get the most commission from them. So I was in a brokerage firm with like a zero commission split,
Mm-hmm.
which that was my main goal. But because of that, I did not get a lot of like support, a lot of like knowledge, market knowledge, a lot of trainings. I did
Mm-hmm.
not get all of that. I did not feel the team environment,
Mm-hmm.
and even though the broker at my previous brokerage firm was great and was very knowledgeable, it was very difficult for me to grow because it wasn't the right environment.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, there weren't the resources available as well because of like the split level and the type of situation.
Okay, thank you. What could you say about the work environment that we have here in Greetings, Virginia?
I love it. It feels like a family.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, it's a team for sure. It's like
Mm-hmm.
we're all working together. We're all encouraging. If we have a question, we work a lot with Google Hangouts, and everybody's on Google Hangouts all the time. And if something pops in my mind, I can just post it in one of the Google Hangouts, and somebody will reply to me almost immediately. or maybe I get like 2 or 3 responses. So I feel that people have my back. They're my family. Like we call, we talk every day, multiple times, and everybody shares everything. So it's a great environment to work.
Thank you. What was the biggest surprise that you had when you joined Greetings Virginia?
The biggest surprise, I guess, is like the amount of people that we have in the back office,
Hmm.
and the and we have like the level of support. Like it's great. Like once you have a transaction going on, you have a lot of, there's like a precise, like a beautiful like orchestra of like people doing every single step, and it works perfectly. Like it's already set up, it's already, there's no room for mistakes, and everybody has their own job description, and everybody knows what to do, and they got you through that. So I guess people may say, oh yes, we have this business structure, oh yeah, but I've, in my experience, that's like 60% truth. In my
Hmm.
experience here with Greetings Virginia, Keller Williams, it's been like 120%.
Oh, thank you. Did Did you ever had a fun experience in Greetings Virginia, or what was the most fun experience that you ever had, or memorable?
I don't know if memorable, but fun, and I think it's what it makes it such a great team to be with. Me being a mother of 2 little kids,
Hmm.
I can relate. There's like we have every morning like a power up call, and we see each other, right, in via video chat, and everybody's in different places, and there's like one of the people like will be there with kids, then the kids are around in the background because people are working from home, and now with nowadays like kids are not at school, there's no care, and then some of the people like in our team, it's nighttime whenever we're having our calls here in the US in the morning time. So everybody has a life and everybody has kids. So it was really fun to, I think one day in one of our calls, like Dan had his cat in the background, and then Julian had like Sabrina in the background, and I think I had my other kid, and all of the kids started talking to each other or something like that. And it was fun. It makes it a family.
Hmm.
It's a fun experience. It's okay to to have a life. It's okay to work, and everybody's understanding of that.
True, true. It is like a family. Everyone's easy to talk to. Everyone's there to help, and everyone's just, there because it's just a message away. You could just click on the text box, ask a question, and everybody's there to help, which is a pretty wholesome experience for all of us. Now, if there is
Yes.
one thing that you can recommend with Greetings Virginia, what would that be?
One thing that I could recommend. That's a hard one. I don't know. I would say, I don't know. And it's nothing really related to real estate,
Hmm.
because I think everything it's great, and all of the things that Dan and the team are like we're doing to empower us and to train us is like great. Especially now on this uncertainty of like coronavirus and things like that. It's I feel like we still building a strong business.
Hmm.
But at one thing, I don't know, this is gonna be funny. I say maybe, I don't know, like because we're like we have like the team here local, and then we also have you guys over there. Maybe, I don't know, like and it doesn't need to be in the powerhouse because like it's really short periods of time, but maybe like, I don't know, do like hangouts after hours or something like that if possible, and then do a happy, like a virtual happy hour or something like to like have
Yeah,
more connectivity, even more than what we already have, right? But like something
yeah,
fun.
true, true. Well, we'll keep that in mind, and thank you for that suggestion.
You're welcome.
Well, earlier you stated that yes, we do have power ups, right? We do have that every morning. And then how did that affect you in your daily life?
How did that affect me?
Yes.
For starters, I needed to be more structured. I wasn't before in my business. I would start work and I would start doing calls whenever I could start.
Mm-hmm.
Just by having schedule of starting every day at the same time at 8:55,
Mm-hmm.
it gave me like an opportunity to be more organized, to know that people were counting on me to be present and like actually proactive, and shared my numbers and share my experience every single day. Gave me accountability and helped me from very early in the morning throughout all my day. That's one thing. And then on the second side, it's like we always have either a recording, like a video, like that it has a lesson in it,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to listen it before the power up, and then we talk about it for 5-10 minutes in the call before we go into the actual numbers and the
Mm-hmm.
four conversations, etc. And that's always very empowering. That's always very motivational. It's some sort of video regarding real estate, or not necessarily real estate, but about life, and how you can transfer that and motivate. It's always motivational. And that's actually been really helpful, not only in my real estate career, but also in my personal life. I've been able to use some of those motivational messages into my
Mm-hmm.
life and in my personal life, to my family, and it's been great.
Thank you. Thank you for that. That truly is amazing, Lucia. Um, Before we end this, are there any last minute thoughts that you could share before we wrap things up?
Sure. Well, for anybody out there that was like me, that either had a full-time job and was doing real estate part-time, or if they were at like another brokerage that they felt that they weren't supported enough, or they felt that they could do more. Anybody who's hungry to do more, anybody who wants to be led by an awesome person and be part of an awesome team, make sure that you contact Greetings Virginia Sales Network and Dan Rochon, because you'll be pleasantly surprised. You'll love the team. You'll love what you learn, and he'll for sure will push you to the best of yourself and in real estate, of course, but also in your own personal life. He's a great coach. So I highly recommend joining the team, and also reading his recent book, about CPI. It's amazing.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Lucia. I really do appreciate your time that you put into this, and thank you. You look good. You
Thank
and
you.
the interview was amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You have a great day.
Give us a thumbs up by clicking the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe to Get Rock Solid Coaching Channel and stay ahead of the game.